Guys, there's something going on out in the world that I want to tell you guys about, and you need to know. This goes back to what I was saying about black women. People love to say that black women love black men, and what we have to watch out for is white women trying to destroy black men's lives. Be honest with me. I'll ask the people in the comment section. How many of you people believe the line that people say that black women are down for their black men and that white women are out here trying to destroy black men's lives? How many of you guys believe that? Well, I have a story to tell you, like several other stories I have to tell you, that I honestly believe white women care more for black men than black women do. Because I see a bunch of black men have their lives destroyed because of what black women are doing to them, not because of what white women are doing to them. There's a brother that I want to talk to you guys about, and you may know him. If you look at him right now on the screen, his name is R.Kelly. Now, let me ask y'all something. Regardless of what these people say about R.Kelly, the only reason these women were hanging around R.Kelly is to get money out of him. Fact or fiction? As a matter of fact, do you think the Lady La would have come and painted a nigga's house at 9 o'clock if she didn't think he had money? Come on now. I want to hear from y'all. Do y'all think she would have been at my house at 9 o'clock? She'd have been over in any regular old dude's house at 9 o'clock to paint? You think y'all can get her to come over to y'all house at 9 o'clock at night and paint? Huh? Think one of y'all could do it? You think parents would drop their teenage daughter off at y'all's house? Huh? You think any one of these parents or one of these fine girls, when they teenage like this, just built like that? I was with my daughter's mom last night, and my daughter's mom saw this girl on the stage play. I didn't say nothing because I'm a man. I didn't say anything because I would look like a pedophile. My daughter's mom saw that girl come out in a dress last night, and I recorded my daughter's performance. The performance was awesome. My daughter's mom saw one of those 8th grade girls come out in a dress. And she just looked at me and she said, wow, these girls are growing up fast. I saw it and I just acted like I didn't see it because I was surrounded by women and I couldn't say anything because I'd be a pervert. But I sat there and I said, there's no way that girl's in the 8th grade. There's no way that girl's in the 8th grade. That's insane. Now I'll ask the question. If y'all seen y'all daughter built up like that, would you let y'all daughter, fuck being built up like that, would you let your 13-year-old daughter go off with R. Kelly or any man? Would you let your 13-year-old daughter go off with R. Kelly or any man? So why are we not pointing out that these parents let their daughters go with a grown man by himself that they did not know? Only thing they knew about him was he makes raunchy records. It wasn't even like he makes kid-friendly records. I would understand a little, but very, very little. But if he made kid-friendly records, if he was making these kid-friendly albums, but he doesn't. His albums are raunchy. And these parents still let their children go with R. Kelly, still let their children go with Michael Jackson, still let their children go with Bryan Singer. But we always want to talk about how bad they are, the men. But we never talk about how lecherous everyone else is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to break some news, damn it. Ladies, gentlemen, welcome to TNN News, Raw and Uncut, with your host, Tom Sotomayor. Breaking news. We got a young lady in the comment section who said when she was in the 8th grade, she had a D cup and said, thank God my mom didn't let me hang out with celebrities. Exactly. Because nobody's going to, your titties don't say 8th grade. We need to stop saying that we can put people in positions to not do something wrong while we know what we're doing is putting people in position to do something wrong. I will never agree to that. I will never agree. If my daughter knows it's wrong to be with a 30-year-old man, I'm not mad at the 30-year-old man when my daughter was sitting up there trying to make the 30-year-old man be with her, or sitting up there allowing the advances of the 30-year-old man. Sorry, I'm not. I'm a different breed of father, but I'm not going to let my daughter manipulate me. And I'm going to say the 30-year-old man's supposed to know better if all he's thinking of is sex and all she's offering him is sex. Sorry. I'm going to hope that I raise my daughter better than that. If she thinks it's wrong for the 30-year-old to try to fuck her, then she should think it's wrong to try to fuck the 30-year-old. But remember, guys, I think the same way about everything because I'm the same guy who says this. Tell me if I'm lying. I'm the same guy who says this phrase right here. If a woman says a man shouldn't hit a woman, then by proxy, the woman should not hit a man. She should know that man's bigger and stronger than her. If a man's supposed to know he's bigger and stronger than a woman, then a woman's supposed to know he's bigger and stronger than her as well. So they both are culpable in this situation. I will never change my mind on that. I will always feel the same way. If you think it's wrong for a man to hit a woman, then you should think it's wrong for a woman to hit a man. You don't get to go around knowing it's wrong for a man to hit a woman whilst hitting a man. Same thing. Every 14-year-old knows it's wrong to fuck a 30-year-old. Every one of them. Every 14-year-old knows it's wrong to fuck a 25-year-old. Every one of them. Every 14-year-old knows it's wrong to fuck a 20-year-old. Every one of them. They all know it's illegal. It's not that they didn't know it. So what they're actually doing is going against the grain, trying to manipulate that individual, knowing that whenever it goes wrong, whenever it goes left, they can go back and play I'm a kid. They can go back and be I'm a child while getting that man in trouble. Just like you've seen all of these hookers come back now and say, I was a teenage hooker, but we never require them to give any of the money they got back from hooking. But we'll go back and try to ruin the man's life for paying for it. Y'all don't hear me. Have we ever asked any one of these women who said, I've been selling my pussy since I was 10 years old? Well, have we ever asked them to take back any of the money that helped them survive as they were selling themselves to old men to get money that other 10-year-old men didn't have, or 10-year-old boys didn't have, or 11-year-old boys, or 12-year-old boys, or 14-year-old boys? Because let me tell you something. If a 14-year-old girl could get the same thing out of a 14-year-old that she was getting out of a 30-year-old, she wouldn't have given it to a 30-year-old. So they know what they're doing. They know they can't go screw a 14-year-old and he pays their rent. They know they can't go screw a 15-year-old and he pays their car note. But they know they can get that from a 40-year-old, a 30-year-old. But we're going to look at the man as a bad person while the girl is understanding what she's doing. Because remember, girls are way more mature than boys. And that leads me to this story right here, this disgusting ass story about R.Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a story out there about Mr. Kells, and R.Kelly is in the news yet again. One of the girls who was defending R.Kelly to the nth degree, her name is Joycelyn Savage. Joycelyn Savage has proven that her name is correct by doing something that is amazingly savage. What is that? Joycelyn Savage has decided to come out now and say that R. Kelly is the problem. First off, I'm going to be honest right now. Can I be honest a little bit? I'm going to be honest just a little bit. I saw this picture right there. And I said, Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Now, I saw that picture and I thought to myself, what a wonderful world. I also thought to myself, that's a lot of titty on that girl. Now, if I was R. Kelly, Would I be able to turn that down? I don't know. I'd have a hard time turning down all that titty. I'm just going to throw that out there. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But that's a whole lot of titty on that woman. Now, you may not know how much titty that is. Y'all may not know how much I like titties. So how about them titties? R.Kelly like titties like I like titties. That's a lot of titties. Both of them got a gang of titties. Look at all the titties them girls got. My goodness. And they have no waist. They're small. Look at all that titty. And she looked like a young Taraji P. Henson in the face. Those two girls were living off this man's money. Y'all know that, right? While he was in jail, he was making sure they were taken care of financially. Y'all know that, right? Matter of fact, he was hiding money so they would continue to be taken care of financially. Y'all know that, right? Joycelyn Savage, along with the other one, because Joycelyn is the one with the longer hair. Joycelyn Savage, along with the other one, sat there and defended R. Kelly. Defended him to the nth degree. And R. Kelly did what many of us men do wrong. We trust him. She said he's not a predator. She said they were there because they love him. They're okay with everything that's going on. Well, guess what, y'all? Not only has she now come out and said she's a victim, she started a Patreon page to where she's going to keep releasing small videos so y'all can go to Patreon and donate to her Patreon to release more videos of her and R. Kelly, or her talking about R. Kelly. Just a couple of months ago, she was on television. They were going in for R. Kelly. Now she says she's been a victim from the beginning. Black woman, not a white one. You think R. Kelly have never fucked a white woman? Seriously, y'all think R. Kelly don't fuck white women? Let's read. Joycelyn Savage, one of R. Kelly's girlfriends, who's been living with the disgraced singer since she was 19, spoke out for the first time on her relationship, saying, "I was a victim." After a 2-year hiatus from social media, the 24-year-old posted on Instagram that she has partnered with Patreon, the paid membership platform, to post daily chapters of her daily life with R. Kelly, and is risking my life to do so, she said. Risking my life to do so, she said. Risking my life to go on Patreon to get paid to tell the story that I claimed didn't exist for years. In the first post Saturday about how she met R. Kelly in 2015 at one of his concerts when she was 17, Savage admits that it was fun. It was a fun experience, but very mixed emotions. She says Kelly, who is currently facing sex crime charges in 2 states, promised to jumpstart her music career and often told her, "Baby girl, you are going to be my next Aaliyah." She soon dropped out of college and moved in to Kelly's home, where she said things took a sinister turn. He promised you that you'd be the next Aaliyah. So what you're saying, ladies and gentlemen, is that she was willing to use R. Kelly to get what she wanted. So she was old enough to know she wanted to be Aaliyah, she wanted the money, and she wanted to be in the industry. So she was also old enough to know that she had to use this older man to do it. Why do we keep painting females as victims when they openly say something like this? And y'all don't pay attention. Y'all will still believe this woman is a victim when she says, hey, I knew all of this stuff about R. Kelly. I still did it. I just wanted to get something from R. Kelly. And my parents let me do it. As a matter of fact, I dropped out of college. After these couple of months, Robert started giving me commands and making sure I call him by certain names like Master or Daddy, which I really didn't care for at the time. You didn't want to call him Master or Daddy, but you did in order to jumpstart your music career. So again, as a young adult, you made the decision that calling a grown-ass man Master and Daddy was worth it for a music career. But y'all still want to look at women as victims. Savage wrote on her Saturday post, if I wasn't getting paid or pursuing my dream, I would have went home. But all of that didn't stop just yet. So she said, if I wasn't getting paid or pursuing my music career, I would have went home. So that means she knew right from wrong. Why is it that I'm the only man willing to point this out? Oh, because you're afraid of being called a pedophile. Oh, because you're afraid of being called names by women. And see, this is what works in this PC environment and this feminist culture, that men can get shut down from telling the truth because somebody gonna call them a name. Now again, why was my daughter's mom able to point out that the young girl built like an adult? Why was my daughter's mom or any other woman in the audience able to point out this girl got a fat ass, but no man can do it? I want all y'all to answer that for me. Why is it okay? Because we've seen women be accused and convicted in these schools more than men for having sexual relationships with underage people. So why is it that women are able to point out that girls got big old breasts at a young age, that they built like women at a young age? Why are they able to do it and not be called pedophiles? But if a man has an observation, he's wrong. And you men are falling for that shit. You men are helping do it. Because it was men over there in that woman's comment section trying to make her feel bad because a dude was trying to have sex with her. They're over there telling her, yeah, he's wrong, he's wrong. Let me tell y'all something. Let me ask y'all a question. I love going to, if that's true. If what Lady Law is saying is true, that I was trying to have sex with her, do you think I'm the only man that's been in her inbox trying to have sex with her? Do y'all think I'm the only man who sent her a message saying, I'd like to get that? So if I'm not, then why is she not outing every man who's done it? Why is she not making videos about every man who's done it? Prophecy Seeker says you are high profile. Exactly. Which is why Joycelyn Savage would have allowed this older man to make her call her daddy. Because it was worth it in her opinion. It was worth it. It was worth it. She says, but it started getting worse day by day. He would raise his voice at me if I didn't call him by those two names. If Robert called me, I would have to reply, yes, daddy, or please, daddy. He was so controlling. Ladies and gentlemen, is Joycelyn Savage saying anything different than the other women said about R. Kelly? Ladies and gentlemen, is any of the women who talk about me saying anything different than the other women said about me? Now, it would show a pattern of behavior on my part, but it would also show a pattern of behavior on the women's part that I'm controlling and they're leeches. Somebody tell me if I'm lying. It would show that I'm controlling and that they're leeches. Because seems like if you were a person of integrity, if I asked you to call me daddy and you didn't want to, no amount of money would make you do it. If you were a person of any integrity, it seems like the first time I asked you for some pussy and it bothered you, you would stop dealing with me. Because if you didn't, there's no reason to come back and say it was a problem now. Savage added that Kelly, who is currently incarcerated in the Chicago jail, threatened her about any prospect she had of a music career if she expressed concerns about leaving or wanting to speak to her parents in private. He would always say, all of this can stop today. You want a career or do you want to have a normal life? Basically trying to make me do what he wants. That's what she wrote. Guys, do you hear what she said? Do you hear what she said? That R. Kelly told her, do you want a career? Do you want a career? Or do you want a normal life? She detailed how R. Kelly's assistants would monitor her at her home. She said they would never speak to me or anything. They just watched me, which was weird to me at the time. I can say I didn't have any type of privacy at all. Now that I think of it, if I showered, one of the assistants would have to be by the door while I showered. At that moment, I kept thinking to myself, why is all of this? Does he think I'll run away? Savage, along with Azriel Clary, another woman who was living with R. Kelly, had defended the singer in an interview with Gayle King earlier this year. They denied claims from their parents that Kelly was holding them against their will, and Savage accused her and Clary's parents of trying to get money and scam R. Kelly. We did a couple of songs together in his studio, which he promised me he would release on his platform, she wrote, which never seen the light of day. Robert told me so many lies, my 19-year-old mind believed every one of them. She also wrote that there's something about R. Kelly and Aaliyah that I'm going to reveal, which everyone needs to know. Isn't that what Lady La said that she was going to do about me and Meechie? These aren't white women doing this to these black men. And the difference between me and those other black dudes is I don't fall for that shit. You can't tell me something about a black man trying to screw you or have sex with you. I don't give a damn how old you were. If you went over there willingly, then I'm going to view it as you understood what was going on. Stop telling people she was only 16. Fuck that. She knew what she was doing. Are you trying to tell me the 16-year-old didn't know what they were doing? Then by that logic, a 16-year-old who robs you didn't know what they were doing. A 16-year-old who stabbed you didn't know what they were doing. A 16-year-old who shot you didn't know what they were doing. And if a 16-year-old boy gets somebody pregnant, we tell him to man up immediately. But y'all don't hear me? Why is it we don't give a 16-year-old boy who gets somebody pregnant a pass? A 16-year-old boy who gets someone pregnant should not be held liable for what he did. There's no way we should be trying to force a 14-year-old boy to man up because he got somebody pregnant. He's a boy. Y'all can keep believing that these girls are victims all you want. Unless, in my opinion, a 16-year-old girl is raped and not statutory. I mean raped by the idea of either an older person told her, if you don't do this, I'm going to do this to you. Or she was held down against her will. I have zero sympathy for the act in which they chose to engage in. That is a physical act. I was 16 at once. I knew what sex was. I was not dumb to sex. I knew if I wanted to do it and if I didn't. I don't believe in this idea of a 15-year-old goes online, tries to holler at a 45-year-old, and all of a sudden we pissed at the 45-year-old, but the 15-year-old gets a blank slate. Nope. That 15-year-old tried to use that 40-year-old, actually more than the 40-year-old tried to use the 15-year-old. The 15-year-old was trying to get something out of it. Whether it was minimal, that's what we look at it as. We're like, well, that 15-year-old should understand you can get more than $100 for some pussy. So for that reason, we're going to say the 15-year-old is dumb. But $100 to a 15-year-old means a whole lot more than $100 to a 50-year-old. Remember, there was a time in our lives that we worked for $8 an hour. So let me ask you something. If fucking a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old is wrong, you don't think it's wrong for McDonald's to hire one? A 40-year-old ain't going to do that same job that 15 and 16-year-old did for McDonald's. A 40-year-old is going to say, oh, no, I'll do that job, but you got to pay me more money. Am I lying? Oh, y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't like logic like this. This kind of logic scares y'all, but this kind of logic we need because things aren't going to change if we don't. We allow these people to screw us over in these jobs, to screw the teens over in these jobs. They're making them work the same way as the person who fucking them. The only reason they accept $100 from R.Kelly is because they're at a 15, 16-year-old mind. Their bills don't exist. So $100 to them is 100% profit. $100 to a 40-year-old woman with a car note isn't. Y'all don't want to hear that though, do you? So until y'all prove to me y'all really give a shit and really believe these teens are just teens, really believe that they're stupid, really believe that they can't figure life out, I think you're bullshitting. So I listened to this woman now come out and say, yeah, I defended him a few months ago. Today, though, he ain't shit. Why do y'all keep listening to women do this? Why is this the woman's story, but you never hear men telling this story of I defended him, now I don't like him, he always been bad? Y'all better start looking at what women are doing. Women are leeches, users, and destroyers. That's all they do. They didn't build shit because none of those girls built a career. They wanted R. Kelly to help them build a career. The bitch who's stalking me didn't build a YouTube career. She wanted me to help her build a damn YouTube career. And when that didn't work, now she tries to destroy mine. Same way of every one of the other hoes was trying to destroy mine. You don't see a bitch that done built her own shit doing this. Do you? Huh? Do you? Where the men at that's coming out talking about some R. Kelly tried to use me? R. Kelly lied to me. R. Kelly did this. R. Kelly said he was going to have me rapping on the video. R. Kelly said, R. Kelly said. If your ass hung out with Puffy and got fucked in the booty, you just took it. You knew you was hanging out with Puffy and let Puffy try to poke you in the booty, and you was trying to get a record deal. You didn't get the record deal, and then you ain't gonna come out now and talk about some R. Kelly. I let R. Kelly poke me in the booty, thinking I was gonna get a record deal, and Puffy poked me in the booty, thinking I was gonna get a record deal. I didn't get the record deal, so I'm gonna tell everybody I got poked in the booty. The nigga took that to his grave with him. Oh well, I should have got a contract up front, is what a man says. But every damn day is some woman coming out talking about somebody they used to defend, somebody they used to be in love with. Tommy's great. Tommy's house is great. Tommy's house smell like cat poop. I went to Tommy's show. Everybody was loving it. It was a bunch of women there. Tommy's show wasn't even funny. I only said that because I didn't want to embarrass him. Do y'all know that that's what motherfuckers said? That they only said that my show was good because they didn't want to embarrass me. What? Huh? Yeah, princess. They only said my show was good because they didn't want to embarrass me. Did y'all hear me say that about did y'all ever hear me say some shit like that about Bill Maher? That the only reason I said Bill Maher's show was good was because of something stupid? I said Bill Maher's show was good because Bill Maher's show was good. I enjoyed Bill Maher's show. I laughed at Bill Maher's show. I can't take that away because I don't like something he did. That's insane. Now these girls are talking about how R. Kelly was mean to them from 19 to 24. So for 6 years, R. Kelly wasn't shit. But for some odd reason, you went online and defended him. It's one thing if you didn't defend him. I can respect that. Guys, y'all know what I'm talking about. When you fall out with somebody, you just ignore them. Like if somebody asks, you don't want to get into beef, but you don't say anything at all. You don't tell people you enjoyed the show, but you don't tell them you didn't like it. You just don't speak on it. So then they would kind of see that something's wrong because you don't speak on it. There are a lot of things that you can see in my life that I don't like anymore, but you don't hear me talking about it. You just don't see me enjoying it anymore. I don't talk about the Big Bang Theory anymore. Normal people could say, I'm assuming he doesn't watch it anymore. Right, because I don't talk about it. But was it funny when I was watching it? Yes. Did I enjoy it when I watched it? Yes. There was a time in which I just stopped watching it. That doesn't take away from when I enjoyed it. You don't hear me talk about Hamilton anymore. You don't hear me sing the Hamilton songs anymore. Does that mean I didn't pay 10 grand to take my kids to go see it? Am I going to now just talk all kind of shit about Hamilton? It sucked anyway. The theater was small. Like, what? Well, why didn't you say any of that? Right, Pogo. I used to play Pogo all the time. Do y'all hear me dissing Pogo? Making, he always sucked. Only reason I said his videos was good was because. That's insane. But you look at what these women are doing. Now R.Kelly has been a horrible person from day one, but you stayed with him for 6 years. You defended him 6 months ago. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a break just for a second, maybe like 30 minutes at the most. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about the video that made me have a lot of respect for the Breakfast Club, the interview that, not that I have respect for them, but if I'm going to say they did something wrong, I can say they did something right. They did an interview, and I don't think they did it right. Let me change that. They didn't do it right. The person they interviewed, though, that person dropped a gang of jewels. They gave the person a gang of jewels. And it's funny, y'all will see it. Give me 30 minutes. I'll be right back. Yes, other people saw it, that flame video. Yep, because people kept sending it to me. They were like, you need to see this. Everybody kept sending it to me. You need to see this. You need to see this. You need to see this. And I saw it and I was like, I see why y'all wanted me to see this. Because everything I say is true or I wouldn't say it. It's logical. Let me not say true. Everything I say is logical or I wouldn't say it. It doesn't mean it's true, but it's very logical. And you have to understand what's going on here. There's a lot of logic in this. Nobody should argue these things. They're logical. And if we had more people like this flame person, we'd be all right. I'll be back in about 30 minutes. Thank you guys so much. I'm Tommy Sotomayor. I'm out.